Lighthouse by fantasy and science fiction Storynory mystery tease. What if the walls of a abandoned lighthouse could whisper forgotten stories? We ventured into a place frozen in time, a place where unexpected lane shadows still dance in the past refuse to stay buried. Join us as we unlock the chilling secrets of the echoes in the abandoned lighthouse, crumbling sentinels, and the allure of abandoned lighthouses. Perched against the backdrop of restless waves and gathering storms, the old lighthouse stands as both guardian and ghost. Once a beacon of safety, and now watches silently as the sea reclaims its foundations. The wind howls for broken glass and rusty beams, carrying echoes of the past. But why are we drawn to these lonely towers? Lighthouses have always occupied this strange space between isolation and duty, places where a single keeper stood between chaos and salvation, and when they are abandoned, their silence feels heavier, as if the air itself remembers. Our story begins in one sentinel, a forgotten lighthouse on a remote stretched coast, long decommissioned, long whispered about. Locals speak of flickering lights on foggy nights and voices carried in the wind. We went there to uncover the truth. What we found was far stranger than we ever imagined. The keeper's last watch, unveiling forgotten histories. The first discovery came almost immediately. A logbook had buried under debris near the entrance. Its pages, water-stained but legible, hinted at loneliness and fear. The final entry stopped mid-sentence. Digging for the archives, we learned of a tragedy that befell the lighthouse nearly a century ago. A violent storm, a ship lost to the sea, and a keeper vanished the night after lighting the lamp for the last time. His name, Elias Carmer. The locals still whisper it when the fog rolls in. A nearby fisherman recalled childhood stories of strange lights glowing inside the tower long after its deactivation. Others spoke of hearing a bell, one that hasn't rung in decades. Every account added another thread to the growing tapestry of mystery. Whispers in the walls, documenting the unexplained. Inside, the air felt unnaturally still until it wasn't. The sound of distant footsteps echoed up the spiral staircase, though no one else was near. Our microphones caught faint whispers beneath the hum of the wind, words too distorted to decipher, when unmistakably human. At one point, our camera picked up what looked like a brief flare of light, not from the camera zoom, but deep within the stone walls. EMF meters spiked, thermal readings fluctuated wildly. Was it electrical interference or something far older? Every noise, every flicker and movement seemed tied to the structure itself, as if the lighthouse was breathing, remembering. The disappearance of the light, analyzing the abandonment. Like many others, this lighthouse was abandoned after automation replaced the keeper. Coastal erosion hastened its decay, and the government closed it off decades ago. But if there's something profoundly human about what was left behind, the tools, the notes, the feeling that someone only just stepped away. Walking through the empty rooms, we couldn't shake the sensation that the place didn't want to be forgotten. Every creak and gust carried emotion, a mix of melancholy and defiance. Perhaps, in some way, the spirit of Elias Carmer never left his post. Echoes into eternity. The lighthouse's enduring mystery. When the sun sets, the tower comes alive. The wind through shattered panes mimic a low moan. The beam, a long dark, seemed to shimmer faintly, as if trying to pierce the mist one last time. We left with more questions than answers. Were the phenomenon we witnessed the tricks of atmosphere or suggestion, or did we briefly glimpse the echo of a life bound forever to the sea? One thing is certain, some places never truly let go of the past, and some lights, no matter how dim, never fully go out. Have you ever explored a place that felt alive? Share your thoughts and theories below, and remember, if you ever find yourself near a crumbling lighthouse, listen closely. You might just hear the keeper's last watch. Hey there, fantasy and science fiction fans, lovers. If you can't get enough of mystical realms, futuristic worlds, and thrilling adventures, then you come to the right place. By subscribing to fantasy and science fiction at Storynory, you gain access to an amazing collection of stories that will transport you to realms beyond your imagination. By hitting that subscribe button, you'll never miss out on the latest tales of wizards, time travels, space exploration, and so much more. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the best in fantasy and science fiction storytelling, and we're always adding new and exciting content for you to enjoy. But that's not all. By subscribing, you'll be also becoming part of our incredible community of fellow fantasy and sci-fi enthusiasts. You'll be first to know about the latest content for the channel that you won't find anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? Join us on this epic journey into the unknown by subscribing to fantasy and science fiction at Storynory today. Your next thrilling adventure awaits. Right, hit that subscribe button and let the storytelling begin. Thank you for being part of our amazing community. We can't wait to share even more incredible stories with you.